fast. It's just 10-second loops and shit.
All right, so we're back, and this is basically we're gonna talk about the lore behind that style that Bone claims they got themselves.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, right?
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I know, I'm talking for the listeners, you know.
Right, for the listeners.
Because my nickname was Bone in high school. I didn't want them to think you were talking about my style.
Really?
You know,
like Pharaoh
no, like like Pharaoh. You know, I've had a lot of nicknames. Spidey, okay. Boner, like the dude in Growing Pains.
Like Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye, Mr. Siva.
Exactly. Yeah. Bone, true story. A lot of people don't realize this, but Alan Thicke's alleged son, this kid who sings with Lil Wayne,
Robert Thicke, yeah.
that's Boner. People don't realize that.
Serious?
Yeah, and he's also in a group with Marilyn Manson, who was on Mr. Belvedere. All true.
Oh, yeah?
No, not at all.
No?
That's pretty weird.
No, I was gonna say.
I don't know if it's weirder if that was true or that you just made that up.
No, you never heard the rumor that Marilyn Manson was Kevin on Mr. Belvedere?
No, I've heard that. I did. He looks like him. He kind of like
He's got nice ribs.
I gotta IMDb that. But yeah, man, we'll do the rundown the last few songs, like Freestyle Fellowship, 5 O'Clock Follies, classic, Big Daddy Kane, Cause I Can Do It Right, and Tupac, when my homies call. Before that, the lore behind that song, or that style rather, was that Bone claims they had it for themselves, but what really happened was Eazy-E was going to sign them to Ruthless, which he did, and that was the new style in the come up in LA. That Eazy-E was like, yo, you got to do it like this. Everyone out here is doing it. This is the new style that everyone's gonna come up with, like biggity. They were
doing that in Cleveland.
Yeah, right. They were doing that in Cleveland. Like,
remember? Everybody used to be like, yo, word up, Bone Thugs, fast forwards, all this stuff. What's up with that? Because I mean, now we know, in the age of Tone Deaf and Quell, we know that dudes can physically rap that fast. And Twista. But back in the day, it was like, yo, really, for real, they put that faster on the, But Bone Thugs was rapping. They were rapping that fast, right?
Can I just say one thing? I completely ignored Bone Thugs from the day they appeared until the day they stopped, and I have no regrets about that. Really? So I'm not the guy.
Well, he must mean still, because it's still going strong.
Like even the art of. You didn't even buy the Art of War album?
I did not.
No. I know. I didn't pay attention to them either, to be honest.
How about Blood of Abraham? Did you follow them?
I kind of like Blood of Abraham. They were alright.
You guys know Blood? You know Blood of Abraham? No. Blood of Abraham was like two Jewish dudes who Eazy signed. It's like one of my favorite stories in hip hop, and I'll tell real quick. Is like Eazy bought these two dudes, put them in a mansion in L.A. Where were they from originally? Philly or something like.
I don't remember.
Not L.A.
Yeah,
and
not LA.
So they're out there. Actually, one of them is a big video producer now. But so they're in this house, and Eazy gave them a gun, so to protect themselves. So one night, Eazy comes in drunk, unannounced, and just breaks into his own house, and knows that this dude has a piece, and the dude is walking. This guy told me the story. He's like, so I'm walking down the hall with shaking. I don't know who's in there, and I just hear this voice at the other end of the hall. It's like, you ain't gonna pull anything, white boy, type of thing. Eazy walking in. That dude is unbelievable.
Indeed.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So I was gonna do a rundown of events. If you can name where you were. If you want to call in 617-253-8810.
Challenger explosion?
Yeah.
Is that 91?
No, that was 86.
That was 86.
So 87.
Yeah. Okay, the Gulf War started January 15th, D-Day, right? So they told, Saddam Hussein, get the F out of Dodge.
D-Day?
Yeah, the deadline day.
Oh, okay.
January 15th, Martin Luther King's birthday. Kind of ironic, right? That they were supposed to get out of Kuwait or else we were going to move forces in. And that happened. So that started the Iraq War.
I think I made out with Chrissy Athanasopoulos for the first time.
Oh, yeah?
Bring it up,
and Jordan wins his first title, right? Jordan won his first title. He did that crazy move with he switched hands. And when it happened, I'm like, I played basketball for and I used to do that move all the time, but I just wouldn't get as high as he did, And also,
I bet you made more money on the game than
House Party 2, actually. House Party 2 was me.
Did you rank this list? Or
this is like order. It's like math, order of operations, you know?
Wait, so this is 3. Do you remember where you were for any of these?
I remember where I was when the Gulf War started. I was actually getting ready to go over to London and considering whether I would even come back for my junior year abroad for real.
Really?
If they were going to institute a draft, I was definitely not coming back.
Did you go to London?
I did.
Did you see any hip hop over there in '91?
Actually, the funny thing about when I went over there is that I remember definitely clearly I left here with Gangstar Posse playing in Boston and Gangstar being in New York.
It wasn't the foundation yet? It was just Gangstar Posse?
Gangstar Posse. They were still playing.
Which is different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this
is another whole episode, dude.
It is, but so I went over there, and at the Brixton Academy, that they were starting. I mean, obviously, people in London were way on top of hip hop. In, there was New York.
Was Tim Westwood around here?
Yeah, he was doing his thing back then for sure. And so Gangstar was there, like headlining, selling out, and I was like, I can't be the same group because they were playing like some crappy little places in Boston. I can't be them. Because I wasn't really that aware of Gangstar as much as I was of Gangstar Posse. So I definitely remember that. That was interesting being over there. And they did hip-hop shows over there, and they were big. They were large. They would get, thousands of people at the Brixton Academy.
Yeah,
for huge shows. I mean, Chuck D, like on... Takes a Nation of Millions to...
I was just about to say that, yeah.
That was one of those kind of scenes. Like, they purposely put some of that crowd stuff in there, making sure that people knew that was in London, to kind of say, hey, you guys need to catch up.
That footage mostly just came out, right?
That did.
What was that called? I reviewed... What was that, was that, what's his name, from Roxbury? What's his name? The director.
Robert Patton Sproul.
That was his. A lot of that was in his piece, right?
Yes, definitely a good amount of it. But the whole DVD is amazing.
That DVD is amazing.
Yeah, it was recorded in '87.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, over there in London, there was a very hardcore pocket of fans, and it was it was pretty sizable. It was in the thousands. That any show that went over there, Fresh Fest or whatever, would just blow up.
Right.
And be huge, much bigger than almost any city in America.
Yeah.
And so guys were going over there all the time.